This winter, we are traveling through Baja, Mexico in our self-converted ambulance. Now we're moving on from stealth camping in Loreto onto free beach camping near La Paz in Tecolote. This week, we're going to show you what it's like balancing work and play while living on the beach in Mexico. So this is a crazy way to start a video, but I actually got a new job. I've been kind of looking for some freelance work while we're on the road. I used to teach English online, and that's how I think a lot of people here first were introduced to me. That was my full-time income. And then last year when we were traveling through the US, we were teaching on a website called OutSchool, which isn't English teaching. It's an American company. We were teaching personalized classes to kids. We absolutely loved it, but we always had to make sure that we had really stable Wi-Fi and everything. And then so over the summer when we were taking more brick and mortar jobs, we stopped doing that. And the reason we haven't returned to it is because here in Mexico, some of these gorgeous campsites don't have service, and we knew that before coming down just from reading blog posts and stuff online and talking to some friends who have done this trip before. So I knew that I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I finally got some freelance work, which I'm really excited about, and I'll probably tell you more about it in another video. But last night, this morning, my friend Shay and I, she also works remotely, we found a cafe that we were recommended to by our friends Kim and Ty called Cappuccino Cafe in La Paz. Fell in love with that cafe and also fell in love with La Paz. So now that I've wrapped up with that work for the day, it is time to go to the beach. So let's go.
At every gas station here in Baja, they pump your gas for you. So you get out, you tell them full or however much you want to put in your tank, and then either regular or premium gas.
And then they wash your windows too.
And they wash your windows.
Now we've made it to our first beach camping spot here in the La Paz area. Like I said earlier, we are just absolutely falling in love with it here. And if you're wondering, where is the rest of our caravan? We have now that we've gotten towards the southern tip of Baja, we're kind of more comfortable going off to different campsites. So they're at another beach today. They all work jobs too, obviously. Everybody in our caravan works. In fact, I've never met a van lifer that doesn't bust their ass. But the rest of our caravan, they all work seasonal jobs, and we are the only two vans in the caravan that work remotely. So the priority for us going into town and working at cafes is just a little bit obviously different than theirs. There's no reason for them to sit around at cafes. So they've been kind of beach hopping around as they've been waiting for us to finish. But now we're finally done our work for the day and ready to relax. So Jean and Shay have already gotten into the water, and our turn is next. After over 2 years of van life, there's still things that I remember that I thought before we lived in a van. And I remember thinking all these things. I think other people do this too, but I know that I definitely did. I would put van lifers in a box. People who live in a van would never do something like this. People in a van all want to hike and eat granola bars or whatever the fuck I thought. But I all of a sudden thought that maybe when we lived in a van, our lives would be so incredibly different, which was just a rookie thought. Something that I think is kind of funny is that Nick loves playing video games still. He still has his whole Xbox setup that he had when he was living in a house, and he'll set it up in our van when we are off grid. Right now, I'm telling you, we are off-grid in Mexico. This is an unpaid campsite. We're just parked on a beach, and Nick is inside the van while we all sit around on Jean and Shay's new blanket that they just bought. I am drinking a glass of wine in my plastic wine glass, and Nick is inside playing NHL, the video game, and also watching hockey, the sport. Different strokes for different folks, right? You guys just go for it? Really? Oh, sorry.
We're not out here just playing Jane.
I'm ready to just play Jane.
What'd you get?
3 fewer, never have I ever.
What a joy.
Okay. So this morning I'm going to go for a little run on the beach, which I'm super stoked about. Just have to make sure, get all my sunscreen on first, because the last thing that I want to do is get sunburned, because we're going to be down here in the sun for a while.
Hi, sorry, quick interruption from the video. I just have really exciting news that I want to share on here that pertains to you and me and Nick. After a few meetings and figuring out the logistics, I did want to announce that we are going on a group trip with you and anyone who wants to come. Where we're going, we actually don't know yet because you get to decide. The company that we're partnering with has multiple locations throughout the entire world for you to choose from, and we can't get the ball rolling until we find out where you want to go. So I'm going to put the survey in the description below and in the top comment of this video. If you could please just take 2 minutes out of your day to go vote on where we should go, whether you actually want to come on the trip or just watch it virtually. I'm so excited to meet so many of you in 2023. This is going to be so much fun. Anyways, back to the video.
Sunscreen, most important, then go for a run. Okay, I finished my run, and I thought someone stole my Crocs, so I didn't get to jump in the water. I had to run back to camp to find them, but one of our friends grabbed them. Sarah grabbed them for me. So I'm gonna jump in the water now.
But you can do it on Siri. You say, hey Siri, what song is this?
I also don't have Siri set up. I don't like Siri.
Why? I love Siri. So Jean and Shay, before this trip, I think I mentioned it in a past video, but they got Starlink, and it's been amazing so far this whole trip. Like honestly, places that would otherwise not have any service at all have like perfect service, and we're all on it. It's like 100 megabits per second, like super fast, and it's actually like been amazing. It's felt like a game changer, and Shay was even saying the other day, like, I feel like I hacked the system, because a lot of these free campsites down here in Baja would usually not have any service at all, and we're like working from our computers and doing all that, so it's been amazing. But as of yesterday, it just kind of like stopped working at one point, honestly right before Nick and I had to jump into a meeting. So we have been kind of working at this cafe here. Anyways, we're here parked on the beach, and it is a free campsite, which is amazing. It's a little area called Tecolote, and it's really cool because when you're walking down the beach, you get to like a whole bunch of, there's kind of like a little village full of restaurants and people selling like coconut smoothies, that kind of stuff, and then of course buy stuff when we're at the bar. But it's not the fastest Wi-Fi, and it's not really the best case scenario, because a lot of, especially for Shay and I, a lot of what we do is like topping on meetings with people, and you have to be available to talk, and they're like blasting top 40 music, so we have to sort out how we're gonna get our work done and all that, and I guess that's just really a part of working on the road. But I feel like I should show you Tecolote and where we have been staying. As van lifers, the first thing that we noticed when we were driving in here is there's bathrooms. We spot a public bathroom from like a mile away at this point.
I found out this morning that the bathrooms are 20 pesos. I didn't have 20 pesos this morning, so I had to run back and give the guy 20 pesos. So they're good in that way, but just be aware if you come here, it's 20 pesos to use the restroom.
Then the one at the restaurant is free, but you have to pay for the toilet paper, which is actually pretty standard in a lot of countries, so I didn't think that that was weird. But it was 15 pesos for the toilet paper. I love this so much. Like, this is literally what I always imagined when we were building our van, and it's crazy that now we're here for free in Mexico, and it's absolutely beautiful.
It might be hard to see on the camera through the map. This is Bean, she's a black cat, and over there is Sprout. And we've been deciding all weekend what our personalities, like who's more like Sprout, who's more like Bean. I'm more like Sprout. needy, cuddly, and stinky breath. And Bean is like cool and cute and independent, doesn't take shit, so everyone else is Bean. Trying to reset Junior Che's Starlink. We're in the middle of
Online.
Stop! What?
I just got notification.
yeah.
What?
My robot works again! All you have to do is
Just have to penetrate the wall pool. So we're traveling with our friends, Cam and Ty, who have done this Baja trip for a few years in a row. This is their third year doing this trip. So it's really great for us because in many circumstances, they already know the best spots, the best beaches to go to, and we trust their opinion. So it's fabulous. But the reason I'm out of breath is because we are climbing a hike right now to one of Ty's favorite spots that on the other side of this hike that we're all being dragged along on, there is a small, more secluded beach. So let's go find it. So we do this whole hike for like half an hour and we get to the top, and right behind me, you'll see, is like this beautiful secluded little beach. But when we were starting to go down the hill, some person, I don't know if he works for one of these boat companies or what it is, but he didn't let us come down. He was like, no. And then we don't speak Spanish, so I didn't understand what he was saying. And he just kept going on and trying to explain why we can't go down there, which if you go onto Google and you look at the reviews, people were down there like talking about it 2 days ago. Like, it's not like a private beach, it's like an end of a hike beach. So we're a little bit confused as to why he's like stopping us and not letting us go down. But we want to get in that water so bad. It's so hot. And I don't know. We don't know what to do. So as we were walking back to go back to the beach that we came from, we saw this other little beach that some people had seen like when we were walking up, and there was a path coming down. So we just came down. We are the only people on the beach here, so we're still getting our kind of secret beach experience. Everybody is in the water over there, and I have just cracked a beer because I am hot and I need to get in the water as well. So I think, yeah, it's just right over there. That's where our vans are. So in the end, we got the private beach that we were looking for, even though it wasn't the one that we thought we were going to go to. But after spending a few days at Tecolote, struggling to find service, dealing with a new job, and working with a glitchy Starlink, we are headed to our next town. So join us next week as we get situated in Todos Santos. And thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Okay, bye.